Hi, everybody. All right. I'm jumping on really quick to share this beef stew recipe that I did the other night. For some reason, the video would not upload onto YouTube. I tried twice and it said video not found or unable to upload. I have no idea why it wouldn't upload on my other videos upload. So anyway, this is a video that I had taken 2 nights ago, probably Sunday, of me making beef stew. Now, in the middle of the video, for some reason, my camera, I took it with this camera here, and my camera ended up being on in a fast pace for some reason. And so you missed some of the spots in the middle where it tells you about the seasonings that I put into it and so on. But I did do a voice, what you may call it, a voice thing over it. So you should be able to find out what it is. So I am going to show you this video right now, and I'm going to step away and help my son cook some dinner, and then I'll come back and say hi if anybody is watching, and you guys enjoy the video. If you have any questions or whatever, leave it in the comments, and I'll try to address them the best I can. All right, so here it is. Enjoy. This video is about cooking beef stew. It's going to be a gluten-free homemade beef stew that I have perfected over the years, and it might take a little while to do, so hopefully I could get it all for you on this one video. So let's start now. First thing you do is you put So I put about a cup of flour in this bag. You can use a bowl as well if you don't have any bags. These are bags that they use in restaurants, and my husband ended up getting one before he quit. Okay, so then we put some of this in there. I'm going to shake a little bit in there to season up the beef. So about, 3 tablespoons maybe of this steak seasoning. And then I put this camp mix in there, about 2 tablespoons. Maybe a dash of the Italian seasoning, which I replaced, so I finally got some more. 3 dashes. So maybe about a teaspoon. Then I mix it up. And then I open the beef. I got the stew beef here. And I got about almost 3 pounds or 2 pounds of stew beef. Some pieces are usually bigger than others, so sometimes I break them up or I cut them up, but these seem to be okay. Some of them might be too big, so I'll cut them in a little bit in half so that they're small, like inch size chunks roughly. And they go in here. So I put all the beef in here at once. If they're small already cut, you're good. Some of them are a little bigger than others, so sometimes I cut them up a little more. Alright, so we're going to put all this beef, and of course, always put gloves on when you're doing raw meat of any kind. or wash your hands really good before and after handling raw meat. So the same thing, all this meat here, and both of these can go in this bag like this. And you shake it like shake and bake. Now you're going to put canola oil or olive oil or whatever kind of oil you want in the pan. You want quite a bit, like maybe a half a cup to almost a cup of oil, because this flour on this beef will soak up the oil. So you want it on high and you want to braise the meat. So basically you're going to cook the meat till it's kind of golden brown, but not well done. So you can put that in the pan, either as it's heating or at heated oil. I have mine as heating. And then keep the leftover flour in the bag for thickening your stew later to make a nice gravy. And since I got my tripod kind of dirty with the flour, I'm going to tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing in a minute. So now I have this extra flour here, and this will go in the stew later to thicken the stew. Of course, I removed my gloves because I don't need them anymore. There, now you guys can see that a little better. I'm going to let that fry up a little bit. And while that's frying up, I'm going to cut up my vegetables and gather my vegetables. This flour over there. It's starting to fry or saute. You can just saute while doing this. So I'm going to pause the video, and then on the next step, I'll show you the next steps. Alright, so if you notice, it's starting to get brown right here. See, it's starting to get brown. So as soon as this gets a little more brown, like on all areas here, on these other pieces, then I will stop cooking them. And it'll be brown like all around. But what it does is just makes like a, almost like fried beef. And also it could be like on the idea of braising beef, but with flour. Like this is almost ready to be put in the pot. So I already have the stock pot here ready to go for, the stock pot ready here to go for the beef stew, but I'm going to show you the next steps in a minute. First, I'm going to cut up an onion, chop it up, and garlic. And you don't want them completely like cooked all the way.
because we're going to cook it more in the pot with the vegetables. So I'm going to shut this off for a minute and put it aside.
So in this part of the video, I start cutting up all the vegetables, and then I put the garlic, which is 2 cloves of garlic and 1 onion chopped, in the pan with some olive oil or vegetable oil, and I start frying them up until it gets translucent. And meanwhile, I cut up carrots and celery like 1 inch thick or a ½ inch thick, depending on your thickness that you like. And I also cut up another onion, but I cube it, and I put it in a strainer and wash it, and then I add water, and I add about 11 cups of water, and I'm supposed to add 1 cup of red Merlot wine, but I was out of wine, so I didn't use. I just used. The reason why I use Merlot is because I guess it pairs better with beef than Cabernet, but you could use Cabernet if you don't have Merlot, and you can also use sherry wine or cooking wine. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jermaine. All right. So in this spot here, for some reason, my camera went really quick on me. And I didn't realize it was going so fast, so I didn't get to go over all the spices and everything. I did have it taping. I thought it was taping it, but I guess it didn't work. So like I said, I put 11 cups of water in there, and usually 1 cup of Merlot wine, or sometimes I put Cabernet, but I found Merlot works better, and it just makes the gravy a little darker. That's all it does, really. And yeah, so what happens is I will probably have another voice on there in a little bit, but I do put like some more steak seasoning in that pot. I put Italian seasoning in there. I put like turmeric, lemon pepper, parsley, 3 bay leaves, and some camp seasoning and some salt, and I kind of taste it, make sure that it tastes okay. And so, um, yeah. So I'll let you guys finish this video, and then I will address any comments or anything at the end. I have to really hurry though, because we are cooking dinner as we speak. So my son is doing some chicken parmesan tonight, and I might have to go help him in a little bit, but I wanted to get this up and quickly because it wouldn't upload, and I was getting so angry. I didn't even upload this morning either. So I'm like, okay, I'll just put it on live tonight or this afternoon. All right, so here's the rest of the video.
The thing that needs to be done is the peppers. Of course, you only put the peppers in ½ hour before it's time to eat. So when these carrots are almost done and softened, and the potatoes are softened, then we put peppers in it. Okay, so, and I'm going to put a red pepper in tonight because I have orange and I have green represented.
The beef stew, because it went so fast, I don't know why it was in a quick mode, but I put 2 more tablespoons of steak seasoning, a teaspoon of lemon pepper, 2 teaspoons of camp mix, 2 tablespoons of Italian seasoning, 3 bay leaves, a teaspoon of turmeric, and
but I will prepare the pepper ahead of time so that it's ready. So I'm not going to chop the pepper. I'm going to just cut it into like pieces. Kind of like this size. So while this is cooking, I'm going to put a lid on it. Yeah, put a lid on it. And then when this is halfway done, I'll put these peppers in there. In the meantime, I'm going to take all these, put them in the sink to be washed. And we've got a little pile of dishes here that need to be washed from the prep work. And I probably wipe down the cutting board, this big black one as well, and put all the spices away. And I will check it and make sure that it has enough salt, like when I put the peppers in it. So I'll keep this spoon out. So I'm going to wipe this down as well. Okay. So this needs to be stirred every so often because it will stick to the bottom of the pan. It does look funny. Alright, I'm going to put these now in. It's been in there for about 20 minutes. So I'm going to put the peppers in now. And cap it. And I turned down the temperature a little bit so it doesn't overboil or continue to burn anything. It doesn't look like anything's burnt in it. It looks funny without the wine in it though. Because the wine makes it like the brown color. Okay, but anyway, all I'm going to do is just check on carrots here. Yeah, oh. I want to just check and see if this needed salt. Actually, very perfect. So that's a good thing. Alright. So, when this is done, I'll do a taste test. And this is how it looks. And I'm going to try a little bit. Ooh, that's hot. Grab one. Whatever you can find down there.
There's nothing down here I can drink.
Very good. Well, now I'm going to enjoy my beef stew. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please subscribe to the channel and like, favorite, and send this video on the algorithm. And I hope you folks have a good night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right, guys. Well, that was the beef stew video. I know there was a couple of flub ups there, but that camera on this camera isn't as good as my phone camera. I prefer my phone camera any day of the week. I think it's the microphone. It doesn't, to me, it's not loud enough, but hey, it works good because it's on one of those, tripod thingies. And yes, I enjoyed that beef stew. My whole family did actually. It wasn't even bad without the wine. So I was very happy about that. Usually, the wine gives just a little bit more of a tang and maybe a little browner look to the gravy. But yeah, it came out really good. And my whole family enjoyed it, including my son, and we had great leftovers. The next day, it was even better leftover, but it was one of the better ones that I made. I was very surprised. So, but yeah, it was really good. And so tonight we're having a chicken parmesan, and my son is almost ready to have me help him because it's getting to the point where he has to make the pasta and all that stuff. So I'm gonna let you guys go. God bless y'all, and hopefully I'll be on tomorrow with another vlog. I'm not sure yet. I know I'm going to be on live on Facebook, on my other channel, on my other topic. So you guys have a great night, okay? Bye, and God bless you.